Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be doing week 13 of my special NFL giveaway. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, we are doing week 13. We're almost there. We've got 5 weeks left to go. Today's video is going to have two teams that are playing two separate games. So you're going to have to pay attention to two, or at least just find the recap. These games are playing on Thursday, I believe. So you can always check in on Friday. I think, wait, I'm going to have to fact check myself. Is it really playing? All right, the first one that we're doing here is the Kansas City Chiefs. So this is actually my supposed team last year. Or the year. I've been following Mahomes since he's been in, but I didn't commit because I was still kind of like reeling over the retirement of Peyton Manning. Very sad story. No, it's not. But, yeah, it took me a hot minute to commit. So I guess KFC. That's probably why I like them, because KFC. No, Kansas City Chiefs are now my team, and they are playing the 27th. So that is a Thursday. And they're going to be playing against the Cowboys. And then also the same day, later in the day, I'm also doing the Ravens. And they're playing in the evening. So that is that. I really like what I did here. I looked at the logo and I thought it was going to be a little more involved than I normally do, than I have time for. But turns out that this wasn't bad at all, really. So let's talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. Whew. So their mascot, of course, is this arrowhead, which was fairly easy to do. But let's talk about the players. Of course, we have Mr. Patrick Mahomes. A really good quarterback. I'm more like a player fan, so I guess you could say that I'm more of a Mahomes fan than a Kansas City Chiefs fan. But just in case no one else knows yet, and I'm sure you do, or at least heard something, the tight end there is Travis Kelce, who is engaged to Mrs. Taylor, or Miss Taylor Swift. So hubby was like, oh, why don't you do like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce nails? And I'm like, because that's not the face of Kansas City. But I thought it would be funny if I did do extra nails with the attempt of drawing the faces of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift on them. So here's my challenge for 2026. I'm going to add, I'll probably keep this set, to be honest, but I will add 2 extra nails with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's face on it. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, so the Kansas City Chiefs, so they play for the AFC West, and they play alongside the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Raiders. And currently, they are second to last place in their division. So, yeah, I don't know, 6 more weeks, see what happens. And if you must know, which I don't know if you do, but anyways, they play in the GEHA field at Arrowhead Stadium. This is in Kansas City, Missouri. All right, so let's talk about the design here. So because of the arrowhead, I was like, oh, this would be great on stiletto nails. So that's where that came from. And seeing as though I'm going to keep this set for myself, I do like a long stiletto. So these are mine. But anyway, the thing is, you know, it's just 2 letters on here, and I really get nervous when doing letters throughout this series, just because, you know, I don't think I practice my art craft so much anymore. And I've said it before, I feel like a little backpedaled on the text on nails, because I've been also using my silicone molds to rely on. So anyway, I didn't want to think too much about bling on this set. So, and I thought that this top coat of the snowflake top coat with Varnail would be really perfect for this design. We've got some chunky hexagon glitters in different sizes that I'm using to French the filler nails, and it's coming out looking really nice. It's almost borderline lace on top of it from far away. So I stuck with this and ran with it. So this is kind of more of a subtle set, which is not really me, but I like it. I really do. So for the accent nail, we're putting the state of Missouri on there. I did use a little piece of bling to locate the stadium on the state, in the state map. So what we're going to do here is just map it out, pun intended. And I'm going to also put a border. I really like this red color with the black border. It just makes it pop for some reason. And this red color here is from the ombre collection with Varnail. You can do ombre with this, and I'm using it to draw. I've also found that it does really well when doing one-stroke flowers. So if you're ever thinking about doing any ombre with gel or one-stroke flowers, I would get the set. I did do an unboxing of this ombre paint gel set. I don't know how many there are in it. I want to say there's more than 12, or maybe there's just 12. I'm not sure, but there's an array of colors, so you can use them straight out of the pot, or you can mix the colors up to create new shades. But yeah, for here, I don't know why I feel like these accent nails keep getting smaller and smaller. It's not really, I'm just seeing things. But when picking out a rhinestone, I'm like, oh, how come I can't use these big ones? It's not gonna look right. So I did find this a little tiny, I want to say it's like a teardrop, but it's not. It looks like a little football, actually, a very micro football. So that's why I ended up using that. But as always with these sets in this series, I place the rhinestone, and then I'm just going to use my small 6mm detail brush to kind of mix up the top coat and the rhinestone glue around the border so that we don't lose those stones. Alright, so now we're going to go on to the second set of the night. And we are doing the Baltimore Ravens. Alright, so again, this game is going to be played Thursday in the evening. So the Chiefs game is actually in the afternoon. So I guess while you're eating turkey, leave it on. Everybody's going to be wondering why you're hollering and cheering and whatever, especially for a team that may be out of state from where you live in. And you don't have to tell them why, but it's for my NFL special giveaway. Oh, before we get into this team, let me just take this halftime show here and just recap what we're going to be giving away. So I didn't quite get to not get rid of, but gift all the collected giveaway items I've been collecting for the past few months to my 3,000 subscriber giveaway because it was international and it does get pricey. So I ended up just buying stuff online to send to the person internationally. So now I think everyone except for one person is international. So there's a high chance that someone in the United States is going to win. And I'm picking two winners. I'm picking a nail winner and a craft winner. And by the way, if you're at this point, congratulations. I've asked this in previous videos and I'll ask this again. I am keeping track in my notebook, but if you declare which person you are, if you are a nail person, you'll put the nail icon or nail emoji in your comments. If you are if you are a craft person, you can put a yarn emoji in your comments. So this is gonna identify which wheel you're gonna go on. So I'm gonna pick two winners. We have a nail winner and we have a craft winner. And point blankly, when you make your votes every week, whoever makes the most correct picks for the season will win. But in any circumstance where we have more than one person that pick the same number of correct picks, we will put them on the wheel and I'll spin that way to see who's going to win. Obviously, if you pick the most and there's no person in tie with you, then you just win and we can avoid the wheel altogether. But yes, I would like to see you guys identify whether or not you want to win nail items or craft items. So for the winnings, I will be giving away a lot of nail goodies and a lot of craft goodies. I can't even speak. What's wrong with me? And then I'm also giving away a gift card as well as a 1-hour virtual session via StreamYard where we can set up a meeting whenever it is free for you to either talk about things you need help with, whether it's nails or crafts, or if you are inspired to do a channel, I can help you out with that. Or if you currently have a channel and need some advice on what have you, I can do that as well. So I wanted to throw all these things in because one, I just want to purge everything off my station. It's been sitting here. I have no room. But I also thought, a gift card could definitely go a long way and you can use it for whatever you need to use it for. And then also the virtual meeting would be great for anyone that really is just stuck at something, whether it's crocheting, knitting, trying to do something with your nails, trying to do something with your channel. So this should probably be like a 5,000 giveaway, but whatever. We're just going to do it in 5 weeks. So I'm really excited and I cannot wait to do this. So I would hate to say any newbies jumping in will probably not make the winnings, but you are still free to participate as much as you want. For those that are already on the board, congratulations. After last week, almost everybody has moved up. So your picks were pretty good. I think, I don't think there was one that didn't pick the right one. I think people that just stayed still in their position just didn't vote. So good picks for last week. This week, again, Tuesday, or at least I'm trying to get this out by Tuesday night. Just vote on these teams. Now, since they're playing 2 separate games, this can count as 2 points for you to where either both teams win, both teams lose, or one team wins and one team loses. So you have that kind of combination ratio and you can just, ask Siri or flip a coin or whatever. But anyway, voting ends at the end of Wednesday night, Eastern time. I will put closed in the title. Sometimes I forget, so just keep in mind that I'm keeping track of the timestamp, and the voting ends at the end of Wednesday. And then also, I show the standings in my posts every week, so you know where you are in the board game. All right, and then so far, I think who we have in the lead is the Nail Genie SC. But of course, there's a lot that are not too far away from her, so keep it up. All right, now Baltimore Ravens, let's go. So for the Baltimore Ravens, we have Lamar Jackson as the quarterback. And man, my voice. They are currently in the AFC North, and they play along with the Steelers, the Bengals, and the Browns. And currently, they are number 1 in their division, so they're not too shabby. All right, and then they play at M&T Bank Stadium. This is in Baltimore, Maryland. So again, it's one of those things where I do like the name of the teams that play in the location they actually play at. A little special piece of information. So because I was a Peyton Manning fan, I was a fan of the Colts, Indianapolis Colts, for a while, and they were actually in Baltimore. So they were the team of Baltimore. Long time ago. So I always thought that was interesting. They moved to obviously Indianapolis, and the Baltimore Ravens were formed. So that's a piece of interesting information in case you ever hear that in a trivia. But anyway, so let's talk about this mascot that I was freaking out over. Anytime we have a mascot that's just a little bit more intricate than the last, I'm always gonna freak out. And this one is obviously of a raven, and I almost got the proportions right. So you saw it as I drew it. It's just a gold line that I just squiggled and wiggled all inside up in this nail, trying to match the photo. And it was one take. And it could be a little bit more perfect, but it's not. I was like, it is what it is. And I think, like I always say, that's kind of how it is in drawing. I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves when it comes to replicating something that is already out there. But like I said, you just have to look at the proportions and try to draw the lines to match. Maybe I should do a class on it someday, but I'm more about drawing on pieces of paper and not on nails. So this is kind of like a difficult feat, but not impossible. So what I found easy, sometimes there's 2 ways to go about things on nails. Depending on the details and the color, it's good to, this way I did it, just do the outline or the silhouette and work my way inside. So do the main shape and then do the secondary, detailed shapes, and then do the fine details. So this is what I'm doing here. Other times it's good to color block it out. So if I did this that way, I would color the whole crow shape or raven shape with, I'm going to come in with it later after this, but I come in with a dark purple. So I would have drawn or colored in a dark purple raven, and then I would go on top with the details. So there's kind of 2 ways to go about it that I find to be easy, not easy, but helpful steps to kind of break down difficult drawings like this. Like I said, they always kind of tend to be overwhelming on top of the pressure that we put on ourselves to do it. But if you just kind of like separate each color, each shape, and just focus on that, like you'll end up being able to put all the little pieces together and making it work. So that's a lot of preaching or whatever, but I find it helpful. So hopefully, when I talk about stuff like that, it helps or resonates with somebody. Meanwhile, my voice probably sounds like hell. I don't know what's going on, but let's get some water. But yeah, so and here's the dark purple. When I was outlining this, I thought that the black, the purple background wasn't that bad. So, but yeah, now that I look at it, the dark purple was a good touch. So here's the end result, you guys. Here's my Kansas City Chiefs nail. I really like them. I think I'm keeping them. And mark my words, remind me if I've forgotten, but for 2026, or at least sometime down that road, I'm going to try drawing Travis and Taylor onto a nail that I can rock. I mean, as a silly joke to me, I mean, I'm happy for them, but it's not about this set. But like I said, hubby thought it would be fun if I did that. But so hopefully there will be an update repost doing that. I just need more time. I have no time to do that right now. But I get what he's saying. Anyway, and then here's my tiny little bling. I think it's cute. I'm more about the length and the shape of the nails, if anything, which I like. But yeah, that tiny little... and it does look like a little football. But yeah, and I love those Frenchies. The Frenchies did good. And then here is the end result for the Baltimore Ravens set. This is more like, I feel like it's more bold in my opinion with the colors and everything. You've got that royalty purple. They say like purple's more of a royal color. But see what I mean? That contrast between the dark purple and the background. Like it would have worked either way, but I think that dark purple definitely makes it stand out. And that's kind of how it looks like on the helmet as well. So I'm glad everything worked out, and you can't really tell that the proportions are off. Or at least the size is a little off on the Raven. And then we have the helmet design is just a simple kind of goldish color stripe right on top of the nail. And then again, I made the stiletto because it's like the beak of the Raven. So that's why I did that. And then here's the state of Baltimore with the little yellow rhinestone. Let me know what you think, you guys. So thank you so much for watching. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos. And I wanted to go ahead and thank my Josieism Tier 2 members. Thank you for all your support. Go check out Sandra's Sparkly Sets and check out Conjure Up Nails, as well as the Nail Genie SC. Also, thank you so much for my other Josieism members. If you would like, go check out the perks and become a member today. Thanks. Bye.